today we have the StealthFlow option to divert water away from the house. Now you can see we've been dealing with erosion, and this was my last resort other than doing the underground system. This seemed like the most foolproof way, and considering that we already have a slope, this just makes more sense to where the water will roll down the hill and come out near the fence. Now this is a pretty good option. Originally I thought these were holes, but they're more of a, they basically brace this so that it won't crush under the weight of sand or rocks or whatever you decide to put on top of this. In the video they showed a truck or a car running over it, so they're pretty confident in their product. But yeah, I am going to install these, and I'm testing out 2 of them right now. And because that is such a long distance, and we have a robot lawnmower, I wanted to put it under the ground so that I won't have to run the robot lawnmower around anything. I can literally just run it just over, or well, actually I can go under that. But yeah, the goal is to just make this as flat as possible, and this was the only thing that I could find that would allow me to do that. So I'll insert some videos of me installing it and just kind of show what I'm doing. Now the first thing you got to do, we are digging a little trench. I'm going about, what is that, about 6 inches deep, and just taking the sand off to the side. Now I originally tried to do a French drain system here, but it failed miserably, so it's saying this dirt is kind of easy to dig up. All right, so you can see we now have a little trench dug. Doesn't have to be too crazy. Like I said, I'm going about 6 inches deep, and I actually didn't buy enough of these. I only bought 4, thinking I needed 2 for each one, and it's looking like I'm going to need 3 for each one. But once you snap these in place, they're pretty sturdy, and I'm just putting them together. They snap together really easy. Like, you see that? That reassures me that it won't come out underground. All right, so that's 3 of them. I think they're about 5 feet, 5 feet each. And then this is going to come out to about right there. So I may have to use 1 extension. I have 2 of the shorter extensions. I think they're somewhere. I don't know exactly where, but yeah. And I'm going to have to cut this to fit. I think I'm just going to run it straight from this pipe. I'm not going to use the curve at all, and that way it can run straight down into the ground. So we got our bit. We're ready to take these off. Boom, slides right off. All right, that was easy. So now once you have that off, it's looking like I'm gonna need a razor blade for this part, and it tells you right here cut for 3/4, and this is a 3x4. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and get a razor blade for this. So we're ready to cut, and you see where it tells you where to cut line for 3/4 or 3x4. It tells you to cut right there. Cut on something flat. If I had a newer blade, it'd be a lot easier to cut. This blade is kind of dull. Just make sure you keep your finger out of the way. All right, and that's it. We are now ready to go. Toss that right there for now. All right, and let's just test the fit. Oh, that is a perfect fit. Yeah. And then you kind of see what's happening. That's gonna, I'm gonna pull that down some more. That's gonna go right down into the ground, and we'll hook this onto that, and then that'll come to this, and we'll be done. I'm only gonna record myself setting up one, and it's supposed to rain today, so we'll get to see it in action. So this plugs up like this. It all snaps in place, so it gives you some reassurance that it's put together right. Once you get that up to there, my suggestion is to scratch that out as far as possible so that you can get it positioned how you want. Then you put this part on. Oh, put it on backwards. All right. Now that is on. Alright, that looks like about as far as it's gonna go. Now, hook this on. Do I have it backwards? I think I have it backwards, yeah. That came out. Alright. Now, I'm gonna get too much sand in there. Alright, that's popped in there. And the goal is to have it on a slope. Luckily, this is already a slope, so it works out perfectly. And that goes right there. Oh yeah. I may have to dig out a few spots a little bit more, like right up in here. And I think I am going to put that extension. I want it right at the fence line so that it goes outside of the yard. So I'm going to dig a little bit more and we'll be done. So I got my extension on and I'm at the end of the fence. And I wanted it to come right up to the fence line and literally go out this way. So I'm cutting it right here. It'd be easier if you bring it like this. Once again, make sure you be real careful while cutting this. Can't get away from you. Alright, this one, and that's it. Now I just have to make sure that is coming up at an angle. So I have to make it more of a pitch, and that is where the science part comes in. So I'm going to work on that and I'll be back when I finish. Finally got that done. I'm just going to put some rocks right here at the end to kind of create, trying to make it so it can't erode really bad over here. But just going to put the dirt on it. Going to stamp it or tap it, whatever that tool is called, to kind of flatten the dirt out and level it out, make it harder. I'll compact it, and that'll be it for this one. This one is pretty much done. I used some self-tapping screws to get this locked in right here so this won't come out anymore. Really simple process that took about 2 minutes. But yeah, that's pretty much it. You can see it's on a constant down trend, going right to the fence line, and I think that'll be good to go. It might puddle over here sometimes when it rains really hard, but thankfully it'll be at the end of the property line and not up here where it was causing a bunch of erosion. I'll do a video once I get it covered up, and I'll also do it once it rains. We'll get to see how it works. I did just look at the instructions and it said no digging required. I only dug this because I have to put down a boundary wire for that lawnmower, and in order for me to do that, I can't have anything on top of the ground. So I had to dig a hole under the ground so that I can have a flat surface on top. But yeah, you don't have to dig for this installation. This is basically what we look like after a bag of topsoil. Now it's just the process of flattening this out, compacting the dirt so that it doesn't break up. It's probably the most tiring process, but it makes it look finished. I'm also going to run a ground leveler across this so that we can make sure it's as level as possible. Alright, that is it. It may sink a little bit over time, but it's good enough. Once the grass grows, it'll be more leveled out. You won't even be able to tell. But we'll see how it works when the rain comes. It looks beautiful from here though. That looks beautiful. Just wanted to give you a quick update on the system. It's rained quite a few times since I installed it. And as you can see, the water is, I don't know what this is. That's a little weird setup that's happening, but for the most part, the water isn't washing the sand away or the dirt away, and it comes out over here somewhere. So I've had it installed for maybe like 2 weeks actually, and it's rained about 4 or 5 times. It's about to rain right now actually, but yeah, it's worked great. So I'm highly satisfied with that installation, and I suggest that for anyone who is looking for a system to direct water away from the house for whatever reason. All right, thank you for watching. You have a blessed day.